All right, guys. Welcome to our Pilates and Barre inspired workout this morning. We'll get started here in just a second. We're going to start down on the floor. So if you have a mat, carpet, or something comfortable to lay down on, that's where we'll begin. And then after that, we're going to be standing. So if you have a piece of furniture you can use to hold on to, either with your hands or today maybe even coming down onto your forearms. So probably about the height of your waist. Um, Feel free to use that. You can also use a wall. I'm going to be using a counter stool that I have back there, and I'll just kind of move it to the other side so that we can get both sides in for our little kind of bar inspired part. Also hand weight. So I'm using dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells at home, you want the weight to be somewhere between maybe like 2 and 7 pounds. We'll do a little bit of work with them standing up in between sides of the bar. For our core, for arms, obviously, holding weights. And then near the end of class, we'll be using them again when we get back to the mat, just to kind of add on some upper body and more intense core work. So I think that's about it. And it's 10 o'clock, so we'll get started. Thanks again so much for participating in these classes, for signing up, and for sharing them too. So that's a nice thing about doing these home workouts, is that you can do them anywhere, and also anytime. So if you miss a workout, you can check YouTube. I've posted them all pretty regularly now. I don't think I've skipped a day in a long time. Once in a while, the recording doesn't come out, but I'm just posting exactly what we're doing together today. So on that note, let's get moving, get started. So go ahead and have a seat. You can sit cross-legged or kneeling, wherever it's most comfortable, on your knees, on your feet behind you. Taking a second, just make sure your pelvis is neutral either way. So front waistband lined up with back, little reach of your tailbone down, and your sternum, your heart's lifted right over your belly button. Inhale, take a big breath in, reach your hands out to the side of the room and up to the ceiling. And then exhale, they're gonna float back down, maybe dropping the chin, spreading out those shoulder blades. Inhale, take another big breath in. As your hands come up, take your left hand holding onto the right wrist. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, and then side bend. So you feel the side of your ribcage start to expand, stretching away from the hip. Little reach of your heart up to the ceiling or the sky if you're working out outside today. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, we'll switch. Opening up the side of the body, your ribcage might feel a little bit through the shoulder and down around the hip. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, float those arms out to the side. Reach out through your fingertips. You can feel the shoulders slide low and wide. It'll stretch around those chest and shoulders. You're just gonna flip those palms up and down. So just kind of get a little rotation in the shoulder. Like I said, since we'll be using weights later, helps to get a little extra space. Feel that stretch from your sternum right up through those wide collarbones. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then from here, we'll come to laying down. So bending your knees and then rolling down your tailbone, lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, and head. So you want to make sure that your pelvis is neutral, that you're not letting your hips tuck underneath you. Press your tailbone down. Little pull of those front ribs together so your lower and mid back get wider and closer to the floor. So kind of stretching the shoulders, the arms, reach your fingertips up to the ceiling to get that stretch, and then widen your collarbones, pressing your shoulder blades back down into the floor to get that connection of your arms into the torso. Then from here, we're going to start to take our fingertips forward, reaching toward your kneecaps, then toward your ankle, rolling up head, neck, and shoulder blades, keeping the front of your throat nice and soft. Inhale, roll back down, upper back, neck, and head. So peeling up the spine, looking right over your belly button as you come up on that exhale, and then inhale, peeling back down. Feeling that pull of those front ribs together as you lift, as you exhale. And then inhale, trying to get the crown of your head to land a little further away, creating more room in your spine. Let's do 2 more and then we'll hold. Reach forward, yes. Beautiful, peel it back down. Last one, coming up to hold, reaching forward, softening the throat, reaching up through those fingertips. Now we're gonna hold here with our arms reaching, keep that breath going. And then we're gonna start to move our feet. So coming onto your tippy toes, pressing tailbone to the floor, you're gonna start to draw your knees right up over your hips, and then stretch the toes back down. So you're keeping that same angle of your knee, moving from those thigh bones. They press out and away, little stretch in the front of the hip, and come back up. Feet can be together or apart. Sometimes keeping them a little further apart helps to keep that lower back spread across the floor. You can bring your feet together, go for it. We'll hug into those inner thighs. Sitting bones stay wide. Last 4. Good. 3. Tap down. 2. Last 1. Knees come over hips. Good. So you're still reaching forward. You can always take a hand behind your head too, or rest and then come back up when you're ready. From here, we're gonna hug those knees in a little bit closer. Tailbone stays down and extend right leg up, left leg out. Get a little stretch in the legs. Squeeze them in and kick out. Just keep alternating, making that L shape with your legs. Scoop and stretch. 8, 7, 6. Reach, almost there. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hug those knees in, give them a little squeeze, knees to nose, rounding the spine. Stretch it all the way out. Big inhale, reaching fingers and toes, and then one more time, rounding the back. Hug it in. Inhale, stretch it out, and then this time as you hug those knees in, take a roll forward and backwards, and we'll come up to standing. So standing up today, we're gonna start folded, so folded at the waist. So I'm using a chair here to rest hands on, or if you'd like to, you can come all the way down on your forearms if you have a piece of furniture that'll work for that height. Either way though, shoulders in line with hips as close as you can. Now that doesn't mean you wanna round your back just to get your shoulders down. We'll reach of your heart forward. I'm gonna start balancing on my right leg, so my left leg is gonna be my moving leg. Tailbone is reaching back. Same with those lower abs, they'll pull those front ribs together just like when you're laying down, help support the spine. Left leg is gonna reach back behind you, so you're reaching out through your toes. Little lift of the inner thigh to the ceiling, help keep your toenails pointing to the floor. Inhale, tap down, exhale, lift. So you have this tick reach to the back of the leg. Balancing on your standing leg, really pressing down to that outer right heel, that big right toe. Balance right over the arch of the foot. Yeah, looking good. Last couple ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold that leg up. Now we're gonna do a T squat. So our body looks like the capital letter T. We're gonna bend that standing leg. Inhale down, exhale, press up. Reaching out with the toes, crown of the head forward. Nice. Knee bends and straightens. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Inhale, knee bends, exhale, straighten, and our back leg is gonna move. Squeeze that heel in, reach those toes out, so hamstring curl. Heel in, toes out. Keeping that thigh bone lifted. Good. Squeeze in, reach out. 4 more than we hold. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it in, flex the foot, and we're gonna pulse. Pressing your heel up to the ceiling. Sliding those shoulders back and breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, bend your standing leg. One more set of pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg straightens, toes tap and kick just like we started. Boom. Counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2. Last one. Hold that leg up. Little bend in your standing leg for balance. Hug those elbows in, pull those shoulders back. Now we're gonna take our leg out to the sides. You're gonna feel that reach around the outer hip. Toenails facing same direction as your head. Kick your leg back behind you, and then we're gonna cross the other way. Feel it stretch and kick. So you're making like an upside down V. Side, kick, cross, and kick. Eight, and cross. Side, kick, cross, and kick. Up, up, tap side, reach to those toes, cross. Final 4. 3. Last 2. Final 1, tap side, kick, cross, and kick, hold it up. Final set of pulses. Or I guess only set of pulses. The final part in this position. 8, 7, 6, 5, straight leg, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down. Take a little stretch for those legs, whatever feels good. Forward fold. Pedal those legs out. And then a little break for those legs, although we'll stay standing. If you have some weights you want to use, go ahead and grab those. So bringing your feet just outside hip distance. Hips level, front and back underneath you. Concentrating definitely on our core. And because we're moving our arms, whether you have weights or not, some upper body as well. So start with those hand weights together right in front of your heart chest. We're going to take a twist. So hips forward, twisting into my right oblique. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze, wrapping around the stomach, and release. It's like my left rib cage is pulling into my right, and then release back forward. 4, 3, rib cage up over those hips. 2, last one, and then the other side. Twist, release. Wrap around, twisting that left oblique. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, twist, come forward. Back to the right side, we're gonna reach overhead, pull elbow wide. So you get that stretch and squeeze down your right side. Drop this left arm. Side bend, restack. Reach over, bicep right over your ear. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. So right arm down, left arm stretch over, hug down. Push up and over on that left side of the waist, pull right down, rib to hip. Counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand weights come back together in front of you. We're in twist, which is alternating sides. Squeeze right, inhale, release center. Exhale, wrap left. Ribs high over hips. Ringing out right around your core, right around your belly button. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand weights drop at your side. We're going to take a side bend, pulling down into one side. So hand weight kind of going toward the side of your knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the other. So it's kind of tick-tock motion. One side pushing up as the other side pulls down. Shoulders relaxed, just holding on to those weights. No need to shrug on the way up. Final 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stay just on that right side. So squeeze down, lift up, maybe 3/4 of the way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Tilt almost all the way up. And it's like change your mind and try to get a little bit further. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right arm's gonna reach overhead. And then alternating sides, switch. Pressing up and over, moving from the center of your body, push over, pull down. 8, 7, final part, then we'll get our other side in, using your chair or wall as a bar. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand weights back off to the side. Give those shoulders a little roll forward, backwards. And then I'm gonna switch this chair, or you can move your phone or screen around too, just to make sure that you can bring your hands down if you need for balance on a wall, on a surface, or those forearms. So now I'm standing on my left leg, hands down for balance, making sure you're not too far away to where you feel like you have to lean forward. Tiny bend in your standing leg to start. Roll those shoulders back and down. And then your second side leg is gonna kick. Reach out through the toes, so you feel it from the waist out to that pinky toe. Knee and toes facing to the floor. Inhale, tap down, exhale, lift. When that leg goes up, that's usually when the hips want to tilt forward. So on that exhale, on that lift, feel your legs work, but also that little added scoop in the stomach. Help keep that lower back from arching. So even if your leg isn't going high, it's better to go lower and not back bend, just to get a few extra inches. Nice long spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold that leg up. Now move in your standing leg. Knee bends and straightens. Inhale, exhale, staying balanced right over the top of the foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold straight, back leg, heel in, toes out. Drawing the heel in toward your hip, reaching out with those toes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, squeeze it in and pull, heel to the ceiling. First set of our 90-degree bent leg, flexed foot pulses. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend deeper in that standing leg. Last set of pulses with a bent leg. 8, 7, 6, pushing through the heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg straightens, toes are gonna tap out to the side. Lift, cross, lift, tap, side. Making that upside down V shape. Cross to the side. Rotating in your hip. Lift, cross. Yes, you got 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, lift. Last one, side, lift. And final set of pulses, this time with a straight leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot in. Take a stretch for your legs, for your spine. Roll out those shoulders, forward fold, whatever feels good. And then we're going to come back to laying down. So when you're ready to come to laying down, still working a lot in that kind of big stretch to the hamstrings. We'll lay all the way down, so head coming down to you. Arms can start down at your side. We'll add them in shortly. Making sure those hips are level. And then we'll start with a big kind of scissor kick of our legs. Straight legs this time, so right leg is up, left leg hovers off the ground, and then switch. Stretching out through the toes, keeping your tailbone down, and as well as your mid and lower back. 8, 7, 6, and always add a little bend to the knee if needed. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to reach up, rolling up head, neck, and shoulder blades, holding it down the back of the thigh, or maybe up a little higher to your calf or ankle. And then switch, holding onto the other leg. Deepening the scoop in the stomach, drawing your nose toward your knee or toward your toes. Lowering that leg with control. Reach out through those toes, keeping that leg as active as possible. With that grab on your leg, you want a little hug of those elbows down, pulling those shoulders down into those waist muscles, keeping that nice open chest. Looks good, count it down, you got 8, 7, then we'll add on, in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now as you go back to that right leg, we're gonna hold here and then we're gonna pulse. A little squeeze up, a little pulse that left leg off the ground, and switch, pulse, switch, pulse. Riding those legs a little further apart in that split. Pulsing up through the core to get in a little higher. Switch, pulse, switch, pulse. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Legs are going to keep moving. 1, but instead of holding onto your leg, you're going to take your hands either behind your head or maybe on an offset reach. For 8, 7, 6, 5. This is our final part. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give those knees a hug, squeeze. Roll upper back, neck, and head down. Take your knees to the left, to the right. And then we're gonna flip it over so that we can come into a plank. So this one's a little different choreography-wise. We will be on our hands, on our palms, as well as our forearms at times. You can always drop to your knees when you're in a plank position to make it a little bit easier. So just kind of paying attention to the shape of your back. So we're gonna start in a plank, which means our hands are down, palms are down, shoulders over your wrist. So important that you're not leaning back when you're in a plank versus more of that downward dog type position. So coming onto your toes if you can, and again, you can also do this on your knees. Just make sure your hips stay in line. So got that long flat back. So either knees or toes. So the first part, we're gonna kind of start to pike. So we are gonna push back from our palms. As we do, you're gonna start to bend your elbows toward the ground. They don't have to necessarily touch. And as you shift forward, use your legs, stretch heart forward, coming back up to straight arms. So hips go up, elbows come down, and press up. So it's like a little tricep push-up. You have your legs to help you, taking those hips up as you hug those elbows down. And then that push forward to help bring them up. Last 4. Good. 3, again, down as far as you're comfortable. 2, and 1. See if you can get those elbows all the way down. Walk your feet out so that you're back in that plank position. Again, knees can come down too. Elbows are not too wide. Keep them underneath those shoulders. That's going to help. And then make sure your shoulders are over your elbows, not too far back. Right knee comes in. Step it back. Left knee comes in. Step it back. If you'd like, knees down. You can do the same thing. Knee in. Knee in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not quite done with our plank series. We'll take a short little break just to switch positions. You can drop to your knees, send your hips back, flip those palms up and down. And then we're gonna come onto one hip. I'm gonna extend my right leg out in front. Again, kind of a little different position. Actually, just gonna end up flipping my plank, but that's okay. So sitting on this right hip, knee and toes facing a bit toward you guys, so rotate it outwards. Left foot is down, we'll be using this leg, heel down. Right hand comes down, and then the first part, working is kind of across the body, fingers to toes. Leg is gonna kick up and lower. So let's just start there. Reaching opposite hand to foot. Inhale up, exhale, squeeze. Soften this right shoulder up a bit, arms down there for balance. Up to that proud chest. Looking good. 4 more. That inner thigh work. 3, 2, and 1. Foot goes down, so you can press into that kind of outer heel. We're gonna lift our hips, reaching the other direction, so overhead. Hips lift and lower. Pushing that left heel like you would a bridge. That right palm, hips up and down. A few more like this, we're gonna combine those movements. 6, 5, 4, 3, that left booty work. 2, last one like this. 1, and then combine those 2 movements. So hips come down, reach for your foot. Foot down, hand overhead, hips lift. Tailbone down, reach, and lift. Okay, a couple more like this. Reach overhead, hips lower, reach to the foot. Final 4. And up, down, fingers and toes, hips lift. Last 2, reach. On our last one, we're gonna hold. Reach to your foot, leg down, hold it up, and then pulse. Hips can come back down if needed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to tuck that foot underneath you. We're turning into our plank. I'm facing the other way. That's okay. Shoulders are over wrists. We're going to start to bend our knees, shifting our hips back, slide forward. So you're going to be using your legs like you would in a squat. Pressing up from those palms. Nice. Then we'll do the other side. Final 4, 3, 2, and 1. Since I have my right leg kicking before my left leg is gonna kick, I'm gonna bring that knee underneath me, Wrap it underneath and extend it up. Other knee bends in. So starting with those kicks, left leg lifts and lowers. You can reach toward that foot with the opposite hand. Nice to have a back view too. Although I don't like turning my back to you guys. You can see how I'm trying to keep that long flat back, even if that means I don't touch my toes. Just going in that direction. 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Foot down, hips lift, reach overhead, and lower. Hips lift, bring it down. Counting down, then we'll combine them. Lift 4, 3, 2, last one. Combining those two movements. Hips down, reach for your foot. Leg down, hips lift. For the toes, nice. Lift, foot to toes, hips lift. Last 4, 3, 2, final one. Stay lifted, leg pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee in, shift back to your plank. Final time here, palms down, drop to knees if needed. We're gonna do a little swinging kick with our legs. So I'm gonna take my left leg because it's closest to you guys, out to the side, bring it back, switch right leg, out to the side, tap, and back. From your knees, you can take your knee to the side, to the elbow, bring it back, both ways work. Knee and our toes. Nice, almost there, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to those knees. Stretch out the back. Let the palms rest your forehead, release tension from the shoulders and neck. So a lot of good upper body, little inner thigh and hips in there too, and a whole lot of abs. Still working in the center, in your core. You're gonna need one hand weight. So this is pretty good resistance, but if you don't want to use a hand weight, any kind of object will do that you can hold on to. So I was doing this with a throw pillow earlier, a dog toy, just kind of something that you can use to get those arms involved. Coming on down, once again, roll all the way down, tailbone down on the floor, taking sure I have room, and then using your hand weight and object you can hold on to in one or both hands. So something around this size, even again if it's not a whole lot of resistance. So we're gonna lift our feet off the floor, trying to keep your hips down, at least to start. They'll be moving eventually. Feet can be super bent or knees can be super bent, 90 degrees, or even extending them all the way up to the ceiling. Just making sure to keep your hips in place. I'm gonna start with my object, my weight in my right hand. I'm gonna make a circling motion. So I'm gonna pass it to the left, scooping in, bridge to hips. Goes to my left hand, and then I'm circling overhead, head lowers, back to my right. So I get this kind of big circle around the legs to lift. Roll it down, pass. Ribs to hips, belly button to spine, lower down and around. So working your core in that crunch. You can kind of feel the size of the waist work too with that reach. And depending on how heavy your weight or object is, I feel it some too in the shoulders. Almost there. Final 3. We will go the other direction eventually. 2. Wrap it around. Last one. Awesome. Now from here, take that hand weight or your object, bring it between your lower legs. So calves, hamstrings. Weights are a little hard to hold it onto. I know that's why I want to make sure that it's in my lower legs, not my inner thighs, so it's not going to fall back onto me. Like we did at the beginning class, toes are going to tap down. Little scoop in the stomach, front ribs pull together. Arms can stay at your side or come behind the head. Lifting the head up will make it a little bit nicer for the lower back if you're struggling there. Squeeze in, stretch down, and lift. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Reaching for that weight. This time I'm going to start with it on my left hand. Arms are going to circle once again toward your legs, rolling up, ribs and hips. Pass to the right and circle back around. So I'm kind of switching the direction the weight is moving, but the rest of the exercise is pretty much the same. Scoop in and circle. Pass overhead, pass behind the hamstrings. Almost there. Last 3. 2. Final 1. Circle around. And then we're going to take our weight overhead. We're holding on to something. If not, hands can come together. Big stretch. Legs are going to extend up as well. We'll start with one leg at a time. So inhale, right leg is going to drop. Exhale, right leg joins the left, rolling up head, neck, and shoulder blades to reach for those toes. And then left leg goes down. Inhale, roll it down. Exhale, lift. Alternating sides. Bend those knees if needed. If not, try to straighten out. Stretching up through the back of the leg, reaching out through those toes. Counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right leg down, sweep it up. Last one. Bend those knees in, set your weight off to the side, take a quick little stretch. Then from here, we're gonna go back to that kind of same type movement. We'll start without the weight and then maybe add it in some arms. But for now, arms come to your side, legs go up. Knees can also bend, but if you can, straight legs, so you get that feeling of your hamstrings working up through your spine to help lift the hips. So arms are at your side. Inhale, legs are gonna lower as far as you're comfortable, keeping that lower back connected. Back up to the ceiling, they can stop there. You wanna come a little bit further, look toward the ceiling, chest stays down. Do a little roll up through the tailbone and lower back. Inhale, lower the hips. Legs drop. Exhale, scoop and press up. You can stay here, bend the knees, or go back to one leg at a time. If you want to incorporate your weight, have this big V sit. You're going to reach up toward the ceiling as the legs go down. As the legs go up, the hand weight goes behind you, so you can get that little bit of a lift. Legs lower, arms overhead, arms back, hips lift. My weight's just kind of chasing my feet. My feet are chasing the hand weight. 4 more. 3. 2. And on your last one, the legs can come all the way down, bend those knees in. Once again, giving them a little hug in toward you. Setting your feet down onto the floor, same idea of lifting our hips. This time, feet are gonna stay down. So we're gonna come into a bridge. Feet can be together if you notice a little of that outer hip starting to roll off the floor, maybe a little space between them. Arms down at your side, palms down, chest stays away from your chin. Pressing into the heels to send the knees forward, lifting up into that nice stretch to the front of the hips, activating your hamstrings, keeping that lower back wide, so pulling front and center, that wrap toward your belly button. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. A few more like this, then we'll hold. All right, last 4. 3, 2. Final one, hips lift. Holding here. Feeling that reach of your tailbone, your knees out past your toes. Resting on the palms of the back of the arms, wide collarbones stretching to the front of the shoulders. We're gonna walk our feet out, so like this little marching walk. One foot lifts than the other. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot down, right knee lifts. Extending that leg out and in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Back to our march in 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee and switch. Walk it out, hips up, chest down. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, left knee lifts. Level those hips out, left toes stretch out, bend back in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee in, last set, walk it out. Last part of our bridge. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it all the way down. Give those knees a hug in toward you. Following them up, send those legs out. Reaching toward your feet, toward your toes, the arches of your feet. All right, guys, from here we have one last thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna stay in the seated position, legs extended out in front. If you wanna use any extra resistance, grab one of your weights or an object to hold on to. So arms are gonna reach out in front, roll those shoulders back and down. We're gonna start to circle our weight to the right, squeezing down the right side of the waist, leaning back, keeping that left butt cheek down. That's in that sitting bone. Reaching back up toward your toes, and then the other way. So you're not coming down so far that that hip lifts. Keep it in place. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Good way to kind of stretch out those legs too. Making progress. I notice you get a little bit more flexibility as you come down. Still looking for that control. Counting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your weight off to the side. Let's take one more forward fold over those legs. Soften the knees as needed. Bringing your feet like you calves with you, knees to nose as you sit up. Taking your hands behind you, a little twist of those knees side to side. Turning forward, having a seat. Reach your right arm across the chest. We'll pull with the left hand, letting that shoulder slide back into place. And then switching sides when ready, other arm across. Pop. And then roll those shoulders forward, backwards. If there's any other stretches you want to get in, take some time to do that. But other than that, you guys are good. So thank you so much again for joining in, for doing this workout. Feel free to look back on YouTube later today or anytime you want to do it again. It'll be posted later this afternoon. And then hope to see you back here live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Or if you have comments or feedback, just send me a message. Love hearing from you guys too. Yay, awesome job.